Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you with a video here on the one and only Jeff Hardy. I apologize. I don't like bringing out the Waffle House shooters because I know a lot of people out there are big time fans of the Hardy Boys, but these are videos that have to be made because I mean the truth is out there. People are actually starting to talk. This was the biggest talk of I believe it was 2 weeks ago with the whole Victory Road situation with Jeff Hardy, and the situation is so bad that actual people from TNA are starting to talk about what happened that night, and the story's out there, and I'm surprised it took this long. Basically, when he was in the back before the match, the guys that are the backstage security, pretty much Big Tilly, everybody remembers him from the two dudes that joined the Main Event Mafia as a personal security force. They went to get Jeff Hardy because he was late arriving to the gorilla position, and they literally had to pick him up and carry him to the gorilla position because he was in no shape to even walk the however long it is to get from his trailer to the gorilla position, dude. Honestly, if you go back and you watch Jeff Hardy's RF video shoot interview, came out in I believe 2005-ish, somewhere in there. It was right before his TNA debut. And if you go back and watch this, he admits that he had a problem that he was on drugs, and that's what led to him getting fired from WWE the first time. When that happened, basically they asked him to send him to rehab, and he didn't think he had a big enough problem that he needed to go to rehab. He thought he could beat this on his own. That is literally what happened after his second time where he didn't get released. He went to the end of his contract. He actually worked extra days to help out Vince, and he did help get over CM Punk. But right after that was when the drug bust came, and even until now, he hasn't been able to admit that he has some sort of problem that he needs to go. All of these wrestlers that have wrestled for WWE throughout the past, such as Jake the Snake Roberts, Scott Hall, so on and so on, they have used Vince's offer to that he pays for rehab, TNA or no TNA, it doesn't matter. If Jeff Hardy was to step up right now and say, "I have a problem, I need to go somewhere and get it taken care of," Vince McMahon would cover that bill as just a gesture of good faith for the work that Hardy put in. But for some reason, he won't admit that this is out there. I mean, when you literally have to get picked up from your trailer and carried to the gorilla position, something is really wrong with you, Hardy, and you need to get this fixed. You are one of the biggest names in wrestling, and people love you and people support you. They're behind you, and you're throwing it all away. And to take that, you're throwing Dixie Carter's company away, TNA. It's just you got a lot of people behind you, and you're throwing them in the dirt. You're pretty much telling everybody in that company, the workers, the boys, the people that put up the lights that deserve this job. You're pretty much telling them that you don't give a shit, and then you're gonna do basically whatever you're gonna do. I mean, I was glad that Dixie and the people in charge actually stood up and told them that they weren't gonna use them for the Impact tapings that sent him home, and that's hopefully a step in the right direction for both of them. Hopefully this is more of an uplifting video. Normally I like to give it to the Hardys really really hard, but I really do hope that they're moving in the right decision, and I think that TNA coming out and actually talking about the situation now, the stories in the Pro Wrestling Torch, they were able to actually get names to go along with it. It's not just sources in the back, saying what was going to happen. I think that this actually might help them move along too. I mean, there's a lot of people that think that if Hardy was to get released by TNA, that Vince would just scoop him up, and I honestly don't think that this place and this time, I don't think that he would take him in. I just think that he's just run his name through the mud, and it's gonna take a lot of time and a lot of work by him just to make sure that he can get offers. He needs to hold on to this TNA job, as long as possible, and he needs to rebuild them bridges for the people that he burned, and hopefully Jeff can move on from there and get TNA out of the hole they're in.